All right. Produms the Diver back at it again. So, this is the video where we are going to strain some of the gold that we have here. Okay, now we have two buckets. One bucket with the muriatic acid, hydrogen peroxide, and the gold flakes. You can see some of them in there. If I do this, it'll come up. And then you see another bucket in here of the actual gold pieces, and those have to be scraped off. So I went to Harbor Freight and bought a little wire brush. So what we're going to do is we are going to take our old gold in here and strain it out. We're going to use two filters, okay? The first filter stage will catch everything, and the second stage should catch a little bit more of that, and it will go in, and we get to dilute the water and dispose of it right now. So it is a lot that goes in there, but I want to make sure this is good enough for everybody here. All right, we are coming up with our first pour batch. Okay, and we are pouring it in now. Now I'm going to stop. I'm going to let that sit. Okay, and let me move the camera. So what you're going to see is the strainer is there. We have some gold in there. It's going to strain out, and then it's also going to catch into the second one. Now, a lot of people are like, what's the purpose of that? I have 3 copper foils in here and 3 copper foils in the bottom, just to catch anything at the second, just in case. Okay? Which is very, very important. I want to make sure I catch everything. All right? So we're fired up. Look at the gold. Look at the gold. Look at the gold on the side. That's all the gold we got right there, baby. It's filtering out. I'm going to leave it for a little bit, and then again, it's going to take time. So I'm going to come back and do this again and again and again. Okay? Now it is a bit windy. You see that shaking? It is a bit windy. So I'm going to give it its time and let it work. Okay? I'm not going to rush the product. Look at the gold we got in there. Beautiful. Perfect. That's what I'm talking about. All right? So I'm going to rake some leaves, and we will be back, and I'll keep putting more in there and more in there and more in there. We'll see what happens. I'm going to set the stand up here. All right, that's pretty good. Get the hell out of here. Get your ass out of here. Bees want to go ahead and eat and get that honey. All right, that is beautiful. So as you can see, we do have some gold, okay? And that second filtration process will catch any small stuff that's there. Some people say, why do you do it? Trust me, any little bit of extra gold will also help, all right? Now I'll be back with the finished part of it there. It's a bit windy. A little quick update. I have siphoned out about half of it into this bucket. Now, for those of you asking about a bucket, I got the bucket at Walmart, actually. It's only $5. To be honest, I should have picked up like 10 of these. These buckets are only $5, and it is amazing. Okay? You can go to Walmart and pick them up. Yeah, it's a Hyper Tough 22-gallon trash can. Beautiful, okay? So far, halfway through right now, but look at that. We do have our gold, okay? It's like 10:30 in the morning. Filtered half of it already. It's in here. The other half is in here. Now, the good part is when you have it sitting overnight, if you do tend to tip it over, you'll actually end up seeing a lot of the gold. Look at that right there on the bottom. That's what we actually want. And let me see if it's on the other side as well. Yeah, a lot of it's on the other side. So it's the small particles. That's why you always have to double filter. So you see all the gold here on the top is good. It's taking a while to siphon out. And so look at that. Look at that. See that? There's gold on the bottom there. That basically tells me if I didn't siphon it out, I would have actually ended up losing a lot of gold. Okay? All right, so we're going to keep filtering, but always, always double filter, right? And again, you can go to the dollar store and pick up something like this, and go to the dollar store, the same store, and pick up something like this. And if anything, I could triple filter it. The problem is it's going to take so long to go. Now, the good part is the first part is out right now. Always look at them to see if there's any holes in them. You don't want any holes in them at all, but the good part is I can actually tell that this is still sitting there, which is good, so it tells me it's taking a while to siphon. Now you also got to watch the wind as well, because the wind may want to tip this over or move them, okay? So the heavier it is, the better it is right now, and I should probably put a little steel thing there to make it easier, okay? All right, so after we filter all of this out, I'm going to show you the video, and then I'm going to end up scrubbing these bad boys here in water because they already got the gold coming off. All right, so we're going to filter that, and it's going to move the green and come time make it white. Okay, but I did want to give you an update on what's going on. Again, it's taking a while to filter it out, but the good part is look at all that gold. Beautiful. Okay, now this is the most important video for everyone who is basically watching. This is Pro Dumpster Diver back at it again. You guys basically said, dude, where are your gloves? I got gloves, okay? I went ahead, I got gloves. Now what we're doing is after we already got all of the gold sift out, there is still gold on these boards here. So I'm going to show you what I actually mean by that right now, okay? So everyone, I am using gloves. Safety is absolutely important. This is an example of all of the gold we have. I changed the sheets around a couple times, so I have about 5 of these sheets here. This is very thick. Now what we have to do is we have to go inside of this, and if you can see here, there's a lot of gold on the bottom. We have to shave that gold off. So what I did is I went to Harbor Freight. I got one of these thick brushes, and we're going to clean all the gold off of these boards here to make sure there is no gold left on them. And so we're going to have to scrub them, give them a good scrubbing right now. Yep, they're coming off pretty easy. So when I'm done there, I'm still going to put them in water just to get all the extra gold off right now. And there's also going to be gold stuck in here. Okay, so what I will do, I will use another bucket, which is this, and I will put these boards in it when I'm done, and I'm going to use this thick wire brush here to get all the gold off there, just to clean off any extra gold that would be in there. Okay, it's very important that I get all that gold off right now. Go to Harbor Freight. You can buy these $2.99. 6 brushes come with it, a big one and a small one right now. Okay. And the good part is I can look at the board and make sure all the gold is actually off. Yes, very good, very good. Very good. Okay. I gotta hurry up today because my boss is taking me to lunch. So yeah, a lot of the gold is coming off here. Again, it's already been sitting in acid for a very long time. So when I'm done with it, I'm just gonna put it in there. I'm not gonna throw them out yet. I still gotta go ahead and rinse them because they may still have a little bit of gold on it there. Ow! Was that a bee? Did it fly in here? Did a bee fly in there? I think it flew in there. Okay. All right, look at that. So you still got, see all the gold that's still on this board here? We're going to put it in. We're going to shave that off there with a wire brush. And boom, look at that. All that's almost gone right there. See all the gold here? Boom, all that's coming off. Just like that. Now there's a little piece of gold over there, but beautiful, beautiful. I don't want to erode it too much because I don't want the green to come off as well, because I know there's a possibility it will. Okay. Yeah, I'm liking that. bit more coming off there, which is good. All right. Nice. I'm liking it. Okay, done with that. I'm going to put that in here. And then I shouldn't be kneeling down in church pants, but sadly I will. Is it still recording? Okay. There's a couple boards in here right now. As you can see, there's even gold on the top. Yeah, like these big boards in here. Yeah, look at that. Gold is off of that there. This is what you have to watch out for. See these gaps? That green will start going in. Yeah, it's already coming off, and I don't want to do that. I got to be very careful with that there. So I want to get all the gold off of it as best as I can right now. Put that in there. And this is very good. Yeah, I'm going to have to take these to a rinse right now. So the good part is, as you can see, all the gold is practically off of them. Again, it's just small little grit grains that are in there right now. Nothing much. There's nothing much here. Most of the gold is practically off already. Most of the gold is off. And so I'm going to do that for each and every single one of these boards. Oh, there's a bee in here for some reason. And get that done. So again, just to show you, this is 22 boards there, but if you look, you can see there's a lot of gold on top, right? Now, this is what it will look like. Now, when I take this clear water and put it through here, that green is going to go away, okay, because it's hydrochloric acid and muriatic acid, okay? So I'm going to do another video with all of this done, sifting the gold water through this right now, but I'm not going to use this same thing because I don't want to go ahead and actually destroy this filter paper because it's already weak, and you got to be very careful with that, okay? All right, pro dumpster diver. All right, pro dumpster diver. So what are we looking at today right now? We have the gold boards, okay? We're almost done with it. It is taking a while. We have the gold boards, and what we're going to do is we're going to take a wire brush, okay? And we're going to clean all the gold off of them in this water, and then we're going to strain. Look at, there's a lot of gold in there. And then we're going to strain that into an empty container, okay? Now, I do have more filters here, okay? That's from the previous project. And then I went to a place called Goodwill, and I got these empty bins here, all right, for pretty cheap, $3.99 for these big, nice, clear bins. And what we're going to do is we're going to put two things in them. One, we're going to put the reverse electroplated black gold in one of them, and then we're going to end up taking these filters. I got to be careful touching it. These filters of gold in them, you see, that we have from these boards here. Okay, so we're going to filter them out here, all right? And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how the setup for that is actually done. This camera tripod is amazing, okay? So I have the first, this is the second filter, okay? I'm going to put this down, and this basically goes here. Now I have to put a piece of wood, which is just like this, right here, so the first filter can actually stay, okay? Now, once we do that, I'm going to take this black piece out, and I'm going to put this aside, okay? And our second filter is going to go here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 3 of these coffee filters, and we're going to put them in the first one. And then we're going to take 3 coffee filters, and we're going to put them in the second one there, okay? So it's basically going to look like this, okay? That way we can filter anything extra out, all right? And that is going to end up filtering for all of this here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a measuring cup, and I'm going to scoop some of the water out here, Okay, now some of this water basically contains gold particles. So what we're going to do is we're going to pour this in here. Okay, I'm pouring it in now so you guys can see that. Okay, now as I poured it in, it's going to filter out there so the gold particles stay. And if any gold particles do go through the filter, it will catch in the second filter. So let me move it so you can clearly see that, because I know some people in the comment section have questions. So I'm going to try to clear everything up there. You see the second filter is wet. Okay, so it's passing through that, and all of our gold particles are basically being caught, as you can see on the filter there. Okay, so it's working, but again, a commenter said I should tell everyone it does take time. Yes, it does, because it takes time to filter this out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to brush up. I'm going to use the wire brush on all of these pieces here, clean them in the water as best as I can, and then I'm going to filter everything out there, okay? And then I'll show you how that filtration process basically is in the next step. Now, what I'm going to do is, from the previous video of the reverse electroplate, I put all of them in this glass bin that I got that was 99 cents, and I'm going to put them in a plastic container. Now, there is some liquid still in here, so I'm just going to keep that open so that can just evaporate, and then I'm going to put a different container in with the actual gold foils, as you can see here. You always do want to separate it. Now, there's going to be some debris, like you see this leaf, okay, and a couple other things in there, so I do have to be careful with that. Okay, I only can weigh it when I finally get the actual gold out separated. All right, so this is how it is. Okay, so it's filtered out already. Okay, and this is the gold that's in it. Now, I've got a lot of gold to go through the filter right now, but at the bottom of it, there should be no gold in there at all, because I used the double filtration system. Okay, so I do want to be as clear as I can. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below, but don't argue, no profanity. Somebody was being profane, saying gold isn't going to go up, you can't make money off of it. Please don't be rude. I'll delete your comment. If you have a question, let me know. All right, so I have all of that filtered in there, and I'm going to take it up. I don't want to have it fall, and it looks beautiful. Look at all of that fucking gold. Look at that. That is hard work and determination right there. That is freaking hard work. Okay? That right there is perfect and beautiful. Now, what I need to do is I need to play this smart. I'm going to take this filter paper on the top out, and we're going to put new filter paper in, because we don't want to have this gold sitting there, because after a while it's going to flow out and go in, and we don't want that. Okay? So I'm going to put this out, and we're going to let that sit and dry, and then we're going to put new filter paper in to filter the rest of this out. Okay, you have to play it smart. So always take this out to filter that up there so we can get that done. So I'm going to take this filter paper, I'm going to put it aside, and I'm going to let it dry. Okay, and then I will figure out what to do. How much gold is in that? I don't know. I can't tell you though. I can't even tell you, right? But again, it looks beautiful. All right, so I'm going to do that now. All right, Pro Dumpster Divers, this is the end of it all. So all of the green that I ended up getting, those green filters, basically came out of what it was natural. What I decided to do is actually just to scrape off all of the gold that was still on some of the boards, and then I chucked them. And then I put all of that inside of, damn, there's still gold in there. I got to filter that out too. That's insane. So, and that's crazy because, okay, look, you see, this is the filter paper on another filter. And under it is another filter paper, which also has holes in it. And there's still gold in that, right? You can still see gold in that, which basically means the gold passed through the first three filter papers into that. And the crazy part is there's still gold in the water. This is why I'm always saying, please make sure you filter it out now. This is extra gold that most people, when you get done with the boards, people chuck them out, but there's still gold on the board. So I put them in water for a day and scrape them off. And all of this is extra gold that I wouldn't have gotten if I had followed some people on YouTube, because this is gold that was still on the boards, and I just scraped them off with a wire brush. All this gold, this bit of gold in there that you can actually see once the camera focuses right there. And then I'm going to filter that out too as well. But I'm probably going to put it in, I'm probably going to use different filter paper. All right. But this is a lot of gold. Okay. This entire filter paper full of gold is a lot of gold right now. It's beautiful. It's perfect. I wouldn't have gotten it if I did it the way I want people on YouTube. All right. So this is the end. Okay. Beautiful as well. Beautiful gold filter paper. Beautiful. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I tell you guys to make sure you're getting involved with gold, because just having this and looking at this is just beautiful. Like, this is gold. Like, people pay around $2,000 an ounce for this. Now, I do have to purify it, but yeah, this is hard work. Hard work. Any questions? Put them in the comments below. Pro Dumpster Diver out.